welcome to episode 1629 of Hard Factor. It is Monday, January 20th, 2025. It's also MLK and Inauguration Day, all rolled up into one right there. Thank you for cheating on the news with us. 80% accuracy guaranteed on this podcast. Patreon.com/Hard Factor if you need more Hard Factor. And today, we're going to talk about the news, but most importantly, the NFC East is officially the best division in pro football
of all time.
And then, that we beat
in the history of any season of football, the NFC East 2024-2025 season.
Technically, you're right. Technically, you're right because we eliminated the best division statistically of all time during the regular season, the NFC North of that same year.
Well, with ease, I would say, because the Eagles beat the Packers by 12, the Commanders beat the Lions by 14.
Mm-hmm. Yeah. So the East ended up dismantling the North. You know, maybe not as pretty. Records maybe not have been as great across the board.
Well,
but I'll tell you
playing
what.
each other so many damn times, it's tough to win games. You know,
right? Exactly. It's a meat grinder. You know? So
Wes gets it. World's biggest Commander fan, Wes.
It's great to have you, Wes.
Yeah,
Thank
Wes.
you.
How's it feel?
I mean, I've been here the whole time. It's not as vocal as you guys, but I've been praying at night. Don't you worry.
Good. We knew you was tearing you up inside. We knew.
Yeah.
Next week's the big one. Eagles Commanders.
I gotta move some stuff if I'm gonna get to that game, you know.
So what are we gonna? Yeah, what are we gonna do? Are we gonna do a stream or like watch it?
Well, we can't
somehow?
do a stream that competes with Barstool's mainstream. So if Pat's on that, we're probably not going to do a stream. So it kind of depends.
Right, because Pat, you watched the divisional round with.
Yeah, it was fun. Coach John Gruden, what a guy! What a guy he is.
Oh, Gruden was in the house with the Grudens.
He was just trolling us with a Lions hat on the whole time, but it was fun.
Well, suck it, Gruden.
Oh well,
yes, suck it. He was kidding. He was a good sport.
He got made to look like a moron because the Lions got embarrassed. Of course, everybody did. The Lions. Everybody thought the Lions was going to win. But I mean,
not a fun game. I'll be honest.
Very Jaden Daniels. That was
the most stressful game I've ever watched in my life.
We were up by 20
pressure
the whole time.
Yeah, but when you know that you're supposed to lose.
Yeah, but we were fucking.
As someone that was nervous to potentially play Jaden Daniels, you were never really in danger.
No, not at all.
I watched the whole game. It was
I was smooth. I was calm, collected because once I saw how they just could not stop Jaden Daniels, it was like, fuck.
It is the first time in 30 years, so I get your nerves.
Yeah, I mean,
Rimal Carlos texted me a photo of his Apple Watch. It was at 160 BPM. That was his.
Well, yeah, I mean, who was that? The exhilaration.
Rimal Carlos sent it from his condo.
106.
That's crazy, dude.
I don't hit that at the gym, dude.
No,
the exhilaration of kicking
so high,
kicking the Lions' asses that badly. It was great. It was great. Did you guys see Dan Campbell cried afterwards? I felt bad. I mean, because like if you had the Lions, everybody kind of wanted both teams to win that game, right? Nobody's rooting against the Lions.
Yeah, as we talked about,
I was.
So
the
besides
have won 3 Super Bowls. It's been 30 years, but the Lions have never won.
They haven't even gone.
Yeah. So I felt bad seeing Dan Campbell cry, but I mean, Jaden Daniels. Hey, you got to just be happy for our guy. You know,
pretty cool.
I saw a recap. I forget which network it was, but there was some guy that was just dismantling the Lions and their fans in his recap. He was calling them losers. I mean, he was
kick them while they're down.
He was brutal. It was hilarious.
I will say this. He has a point because the Lions fans did attack Dan Campbell's house this year. That would happen during this season. So I would say it could be karma. Lions fans, don't attack your awesome coach's house next year.
I caught something that might have caused the loss. So, the hype video is a new thing, right? That every team puts out. John Parenthal narrated ours. It was pretty cool.
PFT, he did
but the official hype video. John Parenthal narrated it. I texted it to a buddy. A buddy of mine who's a Lions fan, and he texted me back their hype video, their official hype video.
Wasn't as good?
Okay.
No. In the hype video, they were like, the critics had us all wrong.
Right?
No one thought we could do it, and I was like, that's where you fucked up, guys. That you're gonna lose because
everybody thought
everyone thought you could do it. It's nice to like play the underdog, but you were really good.
They were the favorites all year long.
God, it feels good to be in the NFC Championship game, though.
It does,
feels
right?
good.
Season goes on, right, Mark?
Rubber match,
true, and in Philly, so it's a proper rubber match in Philly again with healthy Jalen. And
a developed Jaden.
Dude, so many Jalen's and Jadens because Jalen Carter also incredible for the Eagles. Then obviously you got Jaden Daniels on the Commanders. Jalen Hurts. It's the Jalen and Jaden Bowl.
Dude, so many Jays that play quarterback, bro. You got Jakes, you got Jared's, Jalen's, Joe's.
I was getting into it with some people on our Discord, and there's a lot of people that I was supporting Jaden Daniels as a guy who's scared of him. And there's a lot of people in Discord who aren't sold on Daniels yet. And I'm like, what is
being good? Like what? How?
They're like,
what will it take?
More than a year. A lot of people were like, Caleb Williams isn't like the worst pick over Daniels. And I was like, no, like Daniels should have been taken by the Bears. He's.
I mean, so if you look at like recent NFL history, right? If Jaden Daniels makes
the first rookie to get it since Marino. To the Super Bowl.
To the Super Bowl. And so he's already basically like, if he makes it to the Super Bowl, and of course, if he wins it, then he's like, that's unprecedented. But even just making it to the championship game, that's akin to like Patrick Mahomes made it to the AFC Championship game his first year starting. Like he's already, I don't know what else he needs to do, like you said, Mark, to prove to people. No, he's a very.
I feel like the Eagles have a significantly better team than the Commanders. Like they have like 9 Pro Bowlers
overall.
But I'm nervous, and I think Vegas should put that at a coin flip because you have Jaden.
You should be nervous. You should be.
You should be.
Yeah, Wes, tell him.
You should be nervous. We're coming for that.
I can't wait to
let the Eagles fans know.
I'll tell you what. That was the most. That was the most fun part of watching a game with like a real insider football legend in Gruden, where he was like, "There's never been a rookie like this," and I was like, "Yeah, tell me more about it." Pro football guy that knows his shit.
Look, the Eagles have to win next week because Daniels has so many years left.
That's right. The Eagles are at the end of their window. We're at the start of ours. So
our time, Mark.
Not this year. Maybe next year. Not this year.
I don't know. Like they have a real Cinderella vibe.
They have a real chance.
So
but like the teams that the Cinderella vibes, you're gonna roll out your 105-year-old lady in her wheelchair, Sister Abigail or whatever the fuck her name is.
We don't have one of those.
You're gonna lose in the Final Four. Yeah, you do.
Yeah.
Your whole left hand up thing is a lady in a wheelchair.
His name's Joe Gibbs.
Left hand up.
Yeah, the entire branding.
Your whole bullshit Cinderella story is the lady in the wheelchair.
We need the hog.
The name. The name is bullshit. Everything about the team.
Everything about the team is Cinderella.
Wasn't bullshit when we kicked your ass last time. Let's see.
We didn't have our quarterback.
That's because we took his ass out.
Okay. All right. Well.
By the way,
you tried to do
it again.
I saw that.
Frankie Louvu with a great dirty play that didn't get caught by the refs, and he knocked the shit out of Jared Goff, took him out of the game for a full quarter.
Dude, Goff is tough because he got popped in the chin.
Yeah, Louvu hit him pretty hard, and so yeah. I mean, but
when he came back in, he threw another 8 interceptions, so he was a little bit
true.
Rattled him.
Yeah.
Rattled
Listen, I went to. Admittedly, I went to Lids before the show to try to buy a fresh new Commanders hat.
Yes.
And and they didn't have any. But as I was in there, there was this guy. There was another guy. No.
Our logos are gross. Our uniforms are the ugliest in the league.
It's Texas too, so it's Cowboys. But I was in there, and the guy in there heard me asking for it. And he's like, man, that quarterback bad. He bad. And he's like anybody but the Chiefs, man. Anybody but the Chiefs. So you got even Texas boys rooting for the Commanders at this point.
Oh yeah. Well, Jaden Daniels is hard.
He's exciting.
I mean, he's exciting and he's a nice guy, and seems to keep.
So is Saquon Barkley. He's exciting and a nice guy.
He is too. It's hard to root against Saquon. Hey, if somebody's got to win, I'm glad that the NFC East is just the best division in football officially because we're the only one with 2 in the Final Four. And that's a fact. No matter how the game that plays out while we're taping this goes.
That's just numbers.
Yeah, that's it. That's math.
Sorry.
Officially, statistically, the best.
Well, we'll see you next week for a huge show. Let's do the news, right? It's going to be awesome next week.
Let's do it. First up, a little bit of serious fire update. The LA fires, they're still going on, even though, hostages are getting freed. Donald Trump's about to be inaugurated. Those fires are still burning. Update at the time of this recording, according to the LA Times, the Palisades fire, 52% contained as of 7 a.m. Sunday.
Over half, right?
Almost 24,000 acres have burned. Almost 5,000 houses, structures have been destroyed, 700 damaged, 10 people dead from the Palisades fire. The Eaton fire, 81% contained. That's good news. 14,000 acres burned, 9,366 structures destroyed, 1,062 damaged, 17 confirmed dead, many more still missing. The bad news is that the wind forecast is at another red flag level for starting Monday. A huge risk of more fire growth. National Weather Service issued a extreme version of its red flag fire weather warning known as particularly dangerous situation.
It's like every time they get it contained a little bit, the red flag pops up and it gets bigger.
Yeah, those Santa Ana winds are a real bitch. Yeah. And for many firefighters and first responders, Monday will mark the 12th day battling out of control blazes in California. I can only imagine.
Did you guys see that during the football? Like Jay Glazer was there. They kept showing the area that they put up for the firefighters because they're just working like 20-hour shifts. Or something.
Man, it's crazy.
Crazy.
The wind and the DEI hires between those two things,
Oh, come on.
Oh, well, they've come in from all over the country.
I'm saying it's the fucking wind, man. Okay.
The fire's so big, they have firefighters from everywhere. So even like red states, so whether your program has DEI or not, they're in LA right now.
I didn't know they got up to 100-mile-an-hour winds, like without it being called something other than like Santa Ana
hurricane
or whatever it's called. Yeah, exactly.
They're not normally that big. Like the Santa Ana winds are always a thing, but not 100 miles an hour.
It's
That's
like the perfect storm scenario here, right?
Doesn't the heat from the fire also make it just windier? Isn't it like a combination of the two?
Somewhere Mark Wahlberg is like pounding his fist, like staring at the map. He's like, "What's the perfect storm?"
And that's because he's looking at a picture of an Asian.
Right, he's looking at his Mel Gibson movie that didn't do well at the box office.
How did he not? My story is how did he not get invited to be an envoy, ambassador to Hollywood? We'll get to that later.
But anyway, I can only imagine how exhausted and horny some of these firefighters are, and if I could offer them my vagina, even though, I don't have one, even though at times I've been accused of having one or felt like one. I don't, but you know who does? Porn star and staunch Trump supporter Rochelle Ryan. Here she is. There she is. That's a
wow.
Yeah, awesome. Miss Epic Ass AVN Award winner.
She's got BBL surgery for sure.
That was my next question, because the word porn star today can it doesn't mean what it used to mean. So is she a traditional porn star, like does produced videos, or is she an OnlyFans lady?
No, Pat, she's on Pornhub and X videos nonstop. I can't believe that railing's holding up.
I mean that ass is like 100 pounds alone. I mean not that she's big at all. She's just thick with extra C's.
She's stepping up to the plate. She's offered some of those tired and horny firefighters some much needed relief and relaxation. She wants them to put out the fire between her crotch with the undoubtedly very smelly fire hoses they have between theirs.
She's been on
imagine the smell on that thing.
Post shift firefighter dong.
Yeah, that's a smelly dong.
Don't want to bottle that.
Yeah. Whoa. Someone would be into it. She's been in such hits as Mom's Boy Toy, Touch My Wife, Ass Parade, Mommy's Got Boobs. Honey, it started with a foot job, Big Tits and Blowjobs 4, and of course, Big Gulp Girls. And
number 4 was the best of Big Tits and Blowjobs.
Yeah, I agree, Will. I agree.
They never slowed down after 3.
Again, she's an AVN award winning for most epic ass. And here's what she had to say about the firefighters and what she wants to do for them when she was stopped, I assume, on the streets of New York.
It's okay. A lot of people were having to evacuate. And it's God bless our first responders. That's all I have to say.
Yeah.
I want to be one of their sugar mamas. I want to take them on a date.
Okay. What do you mean take them on a date?
I don't know. Like, I wanted the things you've seen me do on my OnlyFans. Like, it'd be my way of paying it forward to our first responders.
Are you serious about that?
Yeah.
So you have a night out with the first responders.
Yeah, I want to be their sugar mama for the night.
That'd be kind of cool.
Yeah, and if they're in their 20s, over 6 feet tall, even better.
So you would basically hang out with them all night, or have a fun night with them.
Absolutely, they see what I do on my OnlyFans.
What are you not getting? I'll suck their cocks. What do you like? Sir,
what did you not get? It was her and the boys.
Okay? When you say what you do on your OnlyFans, you mean.
I want to hear you say it. Can you just say it for me?
Say it.
Say it for me.
So she's gonna go out to LA and basically have a gang.
She better.
She
She better now. She's put her. Otherwise, she's going to seem really unpatriotic. And she has a reputation for being one of the most patriotic porn stars out there. In previous years, according to the Daily Mail article by Jay Peterson, she attended the Marine Corps ball. As a way of showing her support for the military. She said, "It's truly an honor being in a room filled with so many selfless patriots that fight for our freedom. Wow. God bless America and our military."
Dude, on that note, live internet comment from Tamarack Barbell. Thank you for your cervix. That's a fucking winner.
That's good.
Indeed.
That's good.
Indeed.
Thank you for your cervix.
Yeah. Hey, Tamarack, using the Fitbot app too. Watch out.
So my question is to you guys: do you think that more, not just porn stars, more normal women should offer up their vaginas to these firefighters?
Well, listen, I mean,
they're great men, but there's also women doing some firefighting. So you guys,
of course, there's a couple of them out there.
I think after they're, when the fires are out, this first time they go to a bar and the first time they talk to a chick and they're like, "I've been fighting the Palisades fires for the past 3 months." They're gonna go home with that chick.
Right, exactly. Like a lot of chicks in the area are probably going to be also down to help the cause. You know what I mean?
So I guess are you asking should all women, because most of them already do, or is that what you're asking?
I think it's the least they could do.
I think it's generous.
It's very very generous. Very nice off.
I also think when troops come home, male troops, they should be offered a woman.
But I think that happens.
Again, I think this
offered a woman
once again.
Yeah.
Wes, these are things that
it's not like a government program where they give you one.
They're fighting countries that do that.
Wes is like, I just hope that these guys come home from war and their dog's happy.
They just go to a dive bar and they get
see
laid because
I think if they die during,
I think they shouldn't have to put in any effort. Will
during combat, they should get 99 virgins.
Yeah.
Just an idea. Just throwing it out there.
Good idea. Good idea.
I mean, it's
Not
relatively
original,
low
but good
effort,
idea.
I feel like it's relatively low effort.
Keeping it on the front of the burner.
The picture of the Marine who took her to the Marine Corps ball, I love so much, bro. You guys said it around earlier, but he's just like, he's got the biggest smile on his face posing with his date.
What's this one?
The picture of the Marine that took her to the Marine Corps ball.
Oh, nice.
Yeah.
Oh yeah, I mean he had a ball. His buddies had a ball. Everybody had a ball.
She had a ball or two.
She had 18 balls.
Come on.
Yeah,
that's right.
She had I mean,
so I think it's a great thing she's doing. She's also nominated for Favorite MILF Star at this year's upcoming AVN Awards, which will be held January 25th in Las Vegas.
Great. Who's mad about it again? Why? So was there any proof that anybody was actually mad, or is it just something people?
Oh, I'm sure there's somebody out there that thinks it's gross or whatever.
No, I heard she was getting a bunch of shit online for being inappropriate. It's like that's the most appropriate thing she could do.
Yeah.
Offering firefighters a nice night out after a hard day's work. I mean, I don't know.
Dinner in LA.
That's one of her famous films, Wes.
Oh, there's too many to name.
Well, it's a military one.
Oh, okay. Which one?
It's Drill Me, Sergeant.
There we go.
I filmed a bunch of veterans getting their dick sucked by a porn star.
I remember that. Yeah, I remember that.
Right at the Sausage Castle. Yes, and I brought up to Kate recently because I was.
Didn't you get cummed on?
No.
Almost.
I was her camera guy though.
He had to do the Matrix.
I broke my promise I made to my mother that I would never shoot pornography, but I brought it up to Kate recently. I was like, I'm surprised those guys talked to us, right? And she was like, Pat, I got to be honest with you. Almost none of those guys were combat veterans. I'm like, come on. She's like, yeah, no, they weren't. I was like, they just showed up to get their fucking dick sucked.
I can't believe that.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah. I mean, people fake shit. People fake shit all the time. This morning, my wife was going to wait for McDonald's, where she goes to the drive-thru, and they're like, no, you have to pull around front and wait for your bag out there. Some guy was out front faking like he had orders waiting. And so he stole everybody's food who was like waiting for their food. People fake shit all the time.
Yeah.
To get your dick sucked, that guy was just getting some hash browns. To get your dick sucked, those people fake a lot of things.
Yeah, I bet it's a lot of fake people there. Yeah.
Yeah, it's true. I'd fake a few things for a blowjob right about now. Anyway, guys, not everyone can deal with hardship.
What if you get caught? Could it be any worse for you? You're already faking being in the service for a blowjob.
No,
it's not like it's not like
I think they were in the service.
It's like worse.
Yeah, I think they were in the service, but all right, just finish up and I'll get out of here. I'm sorry.
And guys, not everyone can deal with hardship or trauma by, fucking a porn star. And for people like you, there's BetterHelp. This show is sponsored by BetterHelp. Think of therapy as your editorial partner, helping you write new chapters and create the meaningful story you deserve to live. I think most of us on here benefited from therapy. It's helped me stop drinking, gotten me through some very difficult times in my life, whether it's a breakup or a death or, drug use, anything therapy can help you with. And sometimes you might not even know that you would benefit from therapy, but let me tell you, everyone can benefit from a little bit of therapy. Everybody. Get a new perspective. It's a very important thing to do for your mental health and for your family, because the best you is the best way that you can take care of your family. So BetterHelp is fully online, making therapy affordable and convenient, serving over 5 million people worldwide. Access a diverse network of more than 30,000 credentialed therapists with a wide range of specialties. Easily switch therapists anytime at no extra cost. Get in there. Write your story with BetterHelp. Visit BetterHelp.com/hardfactor today. Get 10% off your first month. That's BetterHelp.com/hardfactor to get 10% off your first month. Give it a shot. You will be glad you did.
Nice. I've got bad news for the Jews.
Okay.
Well, it was good news, right? The ceasefire in Gaza and the hostage exchange, right, that took effect Sunday or today.
It was supposed to be, yeah, right.
That nightmare scenario is hopefully over for now. RIP to everyone that died on and since October 7th, especially the civilians on both sides and the kids in Gaza, and especially not actual Hamas terrorists. But bad news is Trump made some more funny appointments of people, and this time it's in Hollywood.
Okay.
Trump has appointed Sylvester Stallone, John Voight, and Mel Gibson as his special ambassadors to a great but very troubled place, Hollywood, California.
Oh, okay. So these guys, he's basically saying, these are three dudes who you don't want to work with because they've supported me for the last 12 years. Now you have to deal with them because they're DC's counsel to Hollywood.
Now they'll be in everything and they'll write everything and they'll approve everything. He vowed to make Hollywood bigger, better, and stronger. To me, this screams less movies with gay characters in it and an extra trilogy or two for the Passion of the Christ, which might get the Star Wars numbers. He's back again.
The Mel Gibson movies, to his credit, will be good. He's good.
Passion of the Christ too, dude.
Apocalypto was great. Yeah.
Mel Gibson's a great actor. He's directed and written some good stuff.
Director, Braveheart.
Great director.
Voight's a good actor, not a great father, but
what's weird on the film I was talking about, the Mark Wahlberg film that's coming out, they didn't put his name, Mel Gibson's name, as the director, which is it's because he told his wife at the time that he hopes she gets R'd by a pack of N's, and the anti-Semite thing,
He's got some audio clips out there, doesn't he?
He's got some clips out there.
That one audio clip where he's blackout drunk is wild.
It's been told Gibson's working on a new script called Schindler's List 2. This time they get it done. I haven't seen Schindler's List, so I don't really know the plot. I think it's bad. I don't think you're supposed to be on that list, and it's about the Holocaust, is what I know.
It's about
I hope they got out. If not, he doesn't need to make a sequel. And RIP to those people too. Here's an interesting story. Casey Crown, ever heard of her?
No. Never heard of her.
Nope. Never heard of her. Okay. Yeah, I hadn't until this weekend either. Apparently she's the number 8 international selling author on Amazon. Pretty big.
What kind of books does she write?
Well, great question. She writes romance novels like Secret Baby Next Door. Now, this is nice. This guy's knocking up the lady next door, but at least he's checking in on the kid. Pretty responsible. Yeah. She's written Sold to My Ex's Dad. That's an interesting one.
Wow. That guy exists, that guy?
So here's what sucks. I used to work on romance novel promo, and it was always a real model that was on the cover, but these look like AI generated guys.
Yeah, we're going to talk about AI generated stuff.
The last one for sure. The dude who was jacked and 20 years old, but with a full gray hair.
She's done the Mountain Men of Liberty series, which
Zeus's
sounds like firefighters, Doctors of Denver, Billionaire Bravado, Bearded Brothers. I don't know what they're getting into there.
Silver Fox Daddies.
Silver Fox Daddies. Now you might see there's a lot
Banged
of
by Zeus.
Banged by Zeus's son next door.
Yeah.
Sold to my
Zeus moved
ex's
in.
dad.
Yeah, man. I mean, she's got some spicy stuff.
Look at this guy.
Yeah.
Like if Thor and Zeus had a baby.
I guess I gotta go. I'm sold.
What the fuck?
Yeah. I mean, if that's the ex's dad, how old is the ex? I mean, that guy's 28. It doesn't really.
The ex's dad's probably in his 50s.
Okay.
So you might notice she has a lot of
That's
titles.
the dad.
No, that's what I'm saying. That's the dad.
No, Pat. That's what Mark, Wes and I. But we can't understand it. Nobody. This
is problematic.
This is the guy who's now the owner of the guy. Okay, all right.
No, it's a gal, right? That's what I'm saying is.
Like
I don't know. I mean, bearded brothers. I mean, there might be some gay stuff in here too. I don't know what's going on.
I mean, gays and straight women can read it alike, but it's for, people that want to bang dudes.
I don't know what
Casey, because it talks about the ex's dad the whole time and how his strong hands were grasping things,
Her bodice, gripping her bodice.
Yeah. So
gripping and ripping.
So
it's got that picture on the front.
Casey Brown popped onto the scene in 2018. And since then, she's pumped out 146 novels in the past 6 years and change. 146. This is not even half of them. There's other pictures that I could have shown you. Now, what got Casey Brown into the news this weekend?
Crown, right? Casey Crown,
CRONE, like the Crown Affair or whatever. She made it to the news because people pointed out that her most recent novel, her 146th, had this in the middle of it, and it's a sultry section. It says, "Then with the sudden bang, exit door flies open. Thought for 13 seconds." And it says, "Certainly, here's an enhanced version of your passage, making Alana more relatable and injecting additional humor while providing a brief, sexy description of Grigory. Changes are highlighted in bold for clarity." So what the fuck is that? Oh, that's a Chat GPT response to a prompt asking for
ChatGPT,
Alana to be more relatable and add some humor and to bold some certain things. So the editor didn't catch it, and the book went out because they go out every month.
Which means the editor didn't read it.
Correct.
No. Yeah, well, I mean, these books are for... I mean, who's reading every page of Casey Crown's work?
That's what the editors are saying. Well, that's what they're saying right now to Casey Crown, who might not exist because no one has seen.
Casey Crown could just be a computer. Casey Crown could just be a team of people using ChatGPT to make books.
Exactly. Well, Casey Crown could be
smart by the editing.
Yeah,
exactly.
Yeah.
You guys want to hear an excerpt from Sold to My Ex's Dad?
Absolutely.
Yes.
This is from Amazon. "That night was my first taste of sweet submission. I was sure a one-time fling wouldn't come back to bite me. I couldn't have been more wrong. When we meet again, the stakes are much higher. He's not only my new boss, but also the father of my ex. And now, as I clutch a positive pregnancy test, I realize he's bound to become much more than a complicated fling."
Okay,
that's when
he's already knocked her up. Wow.
So a chapter before, what happened? Yeah.
The ex's dad moves fast. Wow.
Something
he
sexy.
Impregnated his secretary right away.
So it turns out millions of people around the world are reading AI-generated romance novels.
First day on the job.
Yeah.
I know a romance novelist. And she would crank books fast, like really fast. Like
146 in 6 years? Fast?
No, like 6 a year. Like 10 a year.
So that would be 36.
Yeah, this is a lot.
Yeah. Because it's all AI generated.
Right, fuck. Okay.
Yeah. So they can do like one a week.
Yes, you can pump it out, right? You're like, hey, AI, here's the premise.
They really just need the editor to make sure that the excerpts of ChatGPT aren't in there.
And then you go through and you read the thing and you obviously they tell them to tweak it a little bit, but they left in the second version when they left in the GPT note.
Yeah. Somehow the book has fucked up hands.
Here's another way to describe Grigory's dick.
Yeah. This poor ChatGPT that's linked up with these fake Casey Crown people.
Please avoid the word warty in all future passages.
Well, it deserves basically this, whichever is it so how does AI work? Is it the same like GPT wrote it and that means all GPTs are this good at writing romance novels, or that one particular is just a beast now at writing romance novels because it's written, I mean, it's a 6th best-selling author.
They're not all made the same, Will. So this one they have is a good one, and they've also you can kind of mold your AI like ChatGPT or whatever to your style and get it to go better. Get like with like certain
this server.
There's simpatico, these fake KC crowns and this server. They're just pumping them out.
Well, if this ChatGPT ever escapes and becomes a human, he's gonna rape everything in sight.
Oh man, he's going to be a Casanova. Watch out, hide your girl.
He's not going to be into abstinence. That's for sure.
I wouldn't work for him. All right. You guys want to hear about the TikTok ban or the new meme coin our president launched?
Meme coin. TikTok's back, baby.
Well, let's talk about TikTok real quick. I just want to do a quick timeline so you guys remember. Right. So August 2020, Trump issues an executive order saying that ByteDance has to divest.
Get out of here, TikTok.
Right. Or it's banned. 5 years later, Biden signs a bipartisan ban on it, goes to the Supreme Court. 5 years later, January 17th, the Supreme Court holds up the ban, and we're about to say bye-bye to TikTok, okay? Yesterday, or Saturday night, January 18th, if you logged on to TikTok or tried to, you might have gotten a message that says, a law banning TikTok has been enacted in the U.S. Sorry. That means you can't use TikTok for now.
Yeah, which they pulled it a day early, so I don't know why they did that.
The night before, yeah.
Well, okay, and then on January 19th at 9 a.m., Trump truthed, I'm asking companies not to let TikTok stay dark. I will issue an executive order Monday morning extending the period of time before the law's prohibitions take effect so we can make a deal to protect our national security. The order will also confirm that there will be no liability for any company that helped keep TikTok from going dark before my order. I would like the United States to have a 50% ownership in the joint venture. So tune change.
Oh wow. Mm-hmm. So he's trying to negotiate with Xi here.
Well, no. So the CEO of TikTok has been.
I'm on it right now. It's back.
Doing what every tech motherfucker has been doing over the last 6 months and flying to Mar-a-Lago and just drinking Trump semen, and that's what he did. And I guess they came to the point where we don't have to own it all. We'll just own 50% of it. That's the new thing. And then at 11 a.m.
It's an olive branch to China, basically. He's saying, look, if we split this thing and there's some security protocols, which there won't be. I mean, it's going to be the same TikTok in the end, probably. But it's basically, I mean, it's an olive branch to China.
It actually came back with Trump and half the world's male billionaires just doing a TikTok dance that they like U2 style on Apple released to everyone.
About 2 hours after Trump truthed that, this is the part that really freaks me out. TikTok was back with a message that said when you logged onto it, like, a little pop-up message. Thanks for your patience and support. As a result of President Trump's efforts, TikTok is back in the U.S.
That's awesome. Yeah. That's hilarious.
That was part of the deal. That was definitely part of the deal.
It was a fucking political stunt. It was a political stunt.
It was me. Make sure they know it was me. It was Trump.
The same guy that said, don't do the border bill because we're in an election, and the same guy that said, I'm going to take credit for the Gaza ceasefire, met with the TikTok CEO before his presidency, and then, in my opinion, did a fucking stunt, so it looked like he brought TikTok back on day one, even though he's the one that signed
right now, dude.
He's an executive order saying he was going to ban TikTok in the first place, and then he caved on a foreign company owning it.
When push came to shove, I think one thing that changed everything was how the users were going to Red Note. I think like nobody anticipated people using straight up communist like China apps like directly from the CCP. So
there was a 24,000% increase in people trying to learn Mandarin on a Google.
Yeah, I mean, so like I think maybe what he's thinking now is
possible.
Like, I'll learn it in a day.
Maybe what he's thinking now is like maybe the TikTok app is better than people fucking turning into like full blown CCP sleeper cells.
It is.
I'm sure he's thinking that, and not this makes me look good on day one of my presidency. So whatever.
No, it's like the ceasefire in Gaza. He's got two things now. He's gonna shove it in everyone's face. Right?
Well, he's also got a meme coin. That's right. Yes. Our president launched a fucking meme coin on Friday night. The Trump meme coin, which if you look at the tokenomics, 80% of it is owned by Trump and his associates.
Well, it's all for him. You have to know when you give your money to the Trump meme coin that it's going to Donald.
Here's my thing: is they're not calling it a coin, right? It's tricky as fuck. They're calling it Trump meme, right? But it's a fucking coin. It's a token. Yeah. but they're pretending like it's a meme, like it's some sort of NFT. It's on Solana chain, but it's not an NFT. It's a fucking token. It's a shit coin.
Whatever makes it easier to rug pull when they need to pull it. That's what
they're gonna rug pull. So that
started already.
CoffeeZilla said the tokenomics are absolutely fucking insane. The fact that they own 80% of it. Here's the picture of a very svelte Trump. The official
They took off like 25 pounds, 30 pounds.
But see how it doesn't
they gave him a big bulge in his cock too.
Yeah, look at that bulge.
They took off 30 up top and put 10 down on the crotch.
Guys, the market cap's over $9 billion.
Bulge.
If you give an idea, if you go on CoinMarketCap, it's the 24th largest coin. I mean, it takes coins 10 years to get to that position. Normally. The trading volume was 38 billion in the last 24 hours.
You're going to have all the MAGA folks hopping in on the Trump meme, baby.
They've already dumped about 500 million.
And then Trump can just use it as a Pat, do you have the current? They dumped like 15 billion a couple hours ago.
Okay, there you go, and then Trump can just use it as he needs to withdraw from his 80%.
Part of the reason that the price went down though is because Melania coin launched.
Yeah.
A lot of dough went from Trump meme to Melania meme.
Well, you're going to want a little both. You got to diversify the portfolio, Pat.
Right.
I mean, you're going to need a little Melania coin, a little Trump meme.
I would call this going from bad to worse, but fuck you.
All. Yeah, it went from 73 to 47.
Yeah, it went down like 20 billion in the past couple hours, but they said
this is lawlessness. Welcome to lawlessness, authoritarian bullshit.
They said it's insane. Trump. Now it's still
fucking idiots.
It's still like 4 times what it was, or 5 times what it was, or something like that. To begin with, it's still up. But
he's now just stealing from the American people.
Late, lost
he's now just stealing from the fucking American people.
Well, those who apply and buy the tickets to be stolen from.
This makes Hawk Tua look like a little girl. Like, I mean, this is 150 million times bigger than Hawk Tua. They said that it went up like you said 90 billion. I saw like 70 billion, but they said that because he owned 80%. On Sunday, his net worth went up 50 billion, and he went into the top 20 richest people in the world. He jumped from like a billion to 51 billion.
Now the reason is
on Sunday
they're releasing circulation. Well, you said that's smart. They're releasing circulation as it goes. It's the projected worth. The cap's about 9 billion, which means there's 9 billion in the pool right now.
Right, but they dumped 20% of it, like Wes just said. He probably profited a couple billion. He probably after everything is all said and done, he probably cleared a couple billion on Sunday.
A couple bill cash already.
For those of you guys who are saying, sure, why not? Here's the why not. If nothing else, he's not calling it a coin. If nothing else, if you know anything about cryptocurrency, and then you see this, the official Trump meme, you know that's a con job.
I would say the why not is because he didn't tell everyone he was going to dump it 15 to 20% of it, or his people didn't, and probably 10,000 people are bankrupt because of it. That's
more than that. He's going to continue to do it. Anyway, welcome to our new president. Very sick.
Pat, I passed this burger joint on my way out in the middle of nowhere, Texas, yesterday. I want to take a stop. Trump Burger MAGA.
Did you get one?
No, I was on my way to work.
Dude, you got to get a Trump burger.
I drove right by it. I know exactly where it is.
Do they even cook those things?
You got to get a Trump burger.
Flatonia, Texas. If you want to.
Oh, shit. Flat Tony.
Pretty awesome.
That's awesome.
Dude, you got to try Trump burger.
Just embrace it, Pat. It's the new world, man.
Yeah, just bend over and take it.
Yeah, that's right.
Well, no, just don't buy meme coins. In this case, just don't buy the meme coins.
Yeah, we'll get in.
What don't you understand about what being a liberal is being concerned about other people.
Yeah,
they're buying the fucking meme coin.
Yeah, but it's all his supporters.
No,
the people that got in earlier are generationally wealthy now. The people that sucked as
his supporters are my neighbors. I don't want my neighbors to be fucking going bankrupt.
If you'd just been a Trump guy 5 years ago, he probably would have given you some coin earlier.
They're gonna have more money to spend now that he's in office, so it's all good.
Yeah, right.
They're offsetting it. I would have paid this in taxes and inflation, exactly. So I just figure, why not?
Put it right under that coin.
Let it ride. Hey, all right. We could always be in China instead of America. And I texted you guys a clip of this Chinese cop a couple of weeks ago. Check it out again in case you didn't see it. You need to refresh yourself. It's quick. Here he goes. Hoo, ha, here, and he takes him down. You see what? It's a flying leg.
This
grab.
is like a movie, though, right? Well, this isn't like a real. This
is a Scarlett Johansson Black Widow move.
Yeah, this is they're filming like a scene or it's a training exercise. The guy clearly works at the airport that he's doing this to.
And he almost killed the guy too.
Mark, you can't sneak anything past Mark. I thought I was going to get this past you guys. But yeah, as you could tell from the yellow vest there of the victim of the flying leg grapple takedown, that is indeed a terrorism training drill, Mark. You nailed it. You caught it. Good eye.
That makes it worse. That
you took a terrorist out
teaching that in a drill.
Yeah.
Well, it means it was 100% choreographed, which is still pretty impressive. And as Mark points out, I sent this to you guys because I was like, wow, that's a sweet takedown. And then listener Bryce on IG sent me this post, and Mark just said he knew it because he's got all this wrestling knowledge. But this post from Travelly points out a viral clip shows Chinese police taking down a suspect with a move straight out of the wrestling ring, the legendary Hurricane Rana, made famous by Rey Mysterio. So that's where you've seen it before. It is like a Black Widow move, but it's also Rey Mysterio's finishing move, the Hurricane Rana.
The best thing in wrestling is when someone tries to pull off a Hurricane Rana and it botches and the guy still tries to sell it. So the guy like completely misses it. And the guy just like falls and like flips. Like, you got me.
Yeah, so it was 100% choreographed. I needed to find out more. Did find out that it was that anti-terrorism drill in China, 100% choreographed. You could tell by the jacket there. But then I looked up to see, based on that, do they have any good pro wrestling in China? And outside of this guy right here doing the Hurricane Rana, well, now they do with that. But outside of that guy and John Cena speaking Mandarin, no, they actually don't. Maybe because it's Japanese in origin and they hate all Japanese stuff. I don't know. Yeah. Surprising given this video of the cop doing the Hurricane.
So it's a propaganda of terrorism training. They're going to like show this, like this happens to you if you're a terrorist.
Exactly.
You get raped,
she's like, you will get Hurricane Rana if you try to fucking terrorize inside China. And that's that. Yeah. That's what they're doing. Yeah, it's like, don't fuck around. You'll get Hurricane Rana in China. That's what's happening over there. Anyways, that's the clip. It took me by storm.
When I first saw it, I was like, "That's incredible," but the vest was a tip off. I was like, "Why is he? Did he go rogue? Is he like?"
Nah, you're right. They choreographed this. They knew. Yeah, they knew exactly. You could even see him like setting it up, and then he goes along with it.
Yeah, he kind of holds him up a little bit.
Yeah, holds him up a little bit, rolls through it. It was all choreographed. Anyways, great move still. The Chinese, maybe they're getting more into wrestling. We don't know yet. We're going to keep our eyes on that. But most importantly, like we say at the top of the show, go to patreon.com/Hard Factor if you need more Hard Factor. But most importantly, get out there and have yourselves a great fucking day.
Go Birds.
The cream of the crop!